He thought he could play me, flirt behind my back, hide messages, and emotionally check out of our relationship. But what he didn't realize, I was 10 steps ahead. And by the time I was done, his little gym friend and every connection he cherished were burning around him. If you've ever felt the sting of betrayal, if someone you trusted ever made you question your worth, hit that like button and subscribe. Because this revenge isn't just personal. I'm not crazy. At least, I wasn't when all this started. My boyfriend and I had been together for nearly 3 years. We lived together, shared passwords, shared routines, shared a life. And yet, I could feel him slipping away, bit by bit, emotionally withdrawing. He started spending more time at the gym, not just physically, but mentally. He talked about it constantly, about how focused he felt there. But what stood out wasn't what he was saying. It was what he wasn't. Like how he never mentioned the new girl who started spotting him on leg days. Or how his phone would buzz, and he'd turn it face down. Or the way he smiled to himself after checking Instagram. You know that smile. That private, guilty, secret kind. I started digging. Quietly at first. Just scrolling through who he followed. Then checking likes. Then seeing consistent patterns. One girl in particular kept popping up. Cute. Fit. Soft captions with passive flirty vibes like, sore today. Strong tomorrow, flexed biceps, kiss marked. I confronted him once. Asked casually, "Hey, who's Maya?" His reaction wasn't denial. It was deflection. "Oh, she's just someone from the gym." The way he said, just, "Yeah, that stung." But here's where it got deeper. This wasn't the first girl. There'd been others. DMs I had caught him deleting. A late-night Snapchat to someone he swore was just a friend. Another girl he used to accidentally run into at the coffee shop. I begged. I cried. I reasoned. I even tried to believe him. Eventually, I convinced him to cut one of them off. But I noticed something. Any time we'd fight, he'd go right back. Like some twisted reward system. If I upset him, he'd throw likes and flirty comments their way. Emotional infidelity became his weapon. And I was the silent casualty. So I stopped crying. And I started planning. Not out of jealousy. Out of control. I needed to get my power back. And if emotional betrayal was his game, then psychological warfare was mine. First, I created fake accounts. Harmless at first. Just used them to follow the girls he liked. Then, I got creative. I'd message myself from those accounts pretending to be someone else, saying things like, "Your man was in my DMs again." Or, "Girl, check his likes. He's all over Maya's page." When I showed him those messages, he panicked. He started unfollowing some of them. Blocked a couple. Deleted comments. The guilt was clearly there. But Maya, the gym girl, she was different. He never mentioned her again, but she was always there in his stories. Always tagging the same gym. Always with that same flirty, just friends energy. I checked his phone. Couldn't find her number. It was like she was untouchable. And that made her dangerous. So I found her work number. It wasn't easy. Took a bit of Googling and fake job inquiry emails. But I had it. Then I got creative. I started using burner lines. Apps with fake caller IDs. I began messaging people who had turned against my boyfriend. People he used to be close with. The messages were weird, cryptic, sometimes flirty, always from Maya's number. Then I'd casually tell him, "Hey, remember Jess? She said Maya's been sending her weird stuff." He'd raise an eyebrow. Confused. I let him sit with that paranoia. Let it fester. The beauty of it all? I framed it so it looked like Maya was trying to sabotage his friendships. Just like I knew he'd sabotage mine if the roles were reversed. Within weeks, his trust circle started to collapse. His old friends stopped calling. His sister, who always hated me, started questioning his loyalty, and I kept feeding the fire. Each person who turned against him, I planted just enough suspicion to trace it back to Maya. When he asked, "You think she'd really do that?" I looked him in the eyes and said, "Maybe she likes you more than you realize." Then came the climax. One evening, I staged a group message from another burner account, sent it to 3 of his friends. A screenshot of a conversation, fake of course, where Maya supposedly said, "I've been trying to get him to break up with her. He flirts back. He just won't pull the trigger." The group message exploded. Accusations. Betrayal. He got cornered from all sides. And finally, he broke. He sat me down, voice shaking. "I think Maya's been playing me. I swear I didn't do anything. I didn't cheat. All I said was, 'You didn't have to. You were never really mine, were you?' Then I left. Now, he's alone." Maya blocked him, probably confused and fed up with all the chaos. His friends don't trust him. His ex-friends think he was two-timing. Even his sister keeps her distance. And me, I sleep well. Because he'll never know who did it. He'll just feel the consequences. The paranoia. The silence. The ghost of the woman who saw through every lie and played him at his own game. Sometimes revenge isn't loud. Sometimes it's subtle, surgical. Sometimes justice isn't in proving someone wrong. It's in watching them destroy themselves. With just a little push. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell me in the comments. Have you ever caught someone emotionally cheating? What would you have done in my place? And of course, subscribe for more twisted true stories where karma doesn't knock, it kicks the door down.